boom, boom. Here's a drill you can do to practice your inside defense. This is straight out of the Flow Boxing Combination Series. So we're gonna start out with, we've never done these combinations. You look at some, so we've been doing this a total of about 15 minutes now today, shooting some content. The movements, he trains with David, so his movements are super sharp. Highly advise you guys check out those videos. Go to fighterscollege.com if you want to learn how we put things together super tight. That's where he got this from. He's looking good. So what I'm doing is taking the Flow Combination Series and taking the movements that he has and putting them into a very, very dangerous combination set, okay? So I'm gonna start out with a left hook to the body, and we call that block right. Say it's either low or it's high, okay? But we're gonna start with block right on his right side. As soon as he checks that, you see how he crunches and loads his weight sort of on that right side? He's gonna fire a right uppercut, a left hook, and a right hand real slow. So we block it, come up and over, boom. Then I'm gonna immediately go to the left side. I'm gonna check him on that side, and he comes up, boom. Now if I go high on this side, he's blocked it on his right, he's loaded on his right, he's gonna counter with his right. Boom, boom, boom. And if I go to his left side, he's gonna check it, bend that knee a little bit, collapse into it. His weight's loaded on his left side. He's gonna come up with a hook, boom, boom. So let's change direction. Let's do it again. Okay, so I'm gonna go body over here, counter three. Body over here, counter three. Head over here, counter three. Head over here, sit in, counter three. Okay, you got that? So that's 4 moves that you can use, and we're in tight, we're practicing it close. So what is he learning? He's learning, blocks already look great. He's learning the timing of the blocks, collapse the knee, put the weight on it. He's learning to squeeze the trigger right off the counter to learn to hit me back. And if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, you gotta have ways of practicing it. So this is a drill to learn a concept of I block, I counter, okay? So let's mix it up. Start out, we'll stay on pattern, and then I'm just gonna mix it up and see how you can keep up. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. So now we're breaking it up. He's not getting it in the same order. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. So now he's taken 2 combos. We call it block right, block left. It could be low, it could be high. His eyes, center mass, learns to read the shot based on where the pad's going, catches it, counters 3. So try to put that drill to work. It will definitely help you on the inside. What do you think of that one? Good. It's good stuff. Good work, man.
Thank you. What a great drill.
Cool,
it's kind of sensitivity too, right?
Absolutely.
Bang, you touch, bang. So then, do you guys ever do the opposite, where you're catching and at the same time throwing the other hand?
So like a simultaneous.
Yeah. So if you're coming to this ear, right? So you guys were going bang, 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 bang,
yep.
Right? You come to that ear and I go bang, right? Bang, bang, right?
Okay, so that's simultaneous. We would say something like, and guys, part of the flow mindset is the numbers of the names and everything doesn't matter. You could call it whatever you want. It's just the idea of putting things together in modules, right? So if we did this, we could call it something like block and go.
Yeah.
So block and go could mean he blocks one and then shoots, and it's an instantaneous counter.
Yeah.
So I'm going to test you in front of everybody. What did Joe Louis call it when you block the punch and counter as you feel the punch making contact?
I don't remember.
We went over this specifically. It's called point of pressure. So the point that I would have made solid contact on him, would he have allowed me to hit him, is exactly when he squeezed the trigger. He literally did point of pressure. So as soon as it touches, boom, it's there. So
we got this throw, we got this pop,
boom,
pop, and then we got this pop,
boom,
right?
Yep.
So if the guy gets used to that, then you just come in the other way, right? Same thing through the right hand, bang.
Yep.
Right, so it's basically a little bit of a turn. So I'm kind of committing to my move. Let's say he's telegraphing that punch, right? Because most people do. So I see it coming. I'm going to start my right hand, but catch his, and then you can still do the weight shift off those shots. Right?
Yeah, good stuff. So let's think of guys, and this is what this is what happens when boxing coaches get together. You learn and you develop. So this is Research and Development Live 101. So let's bring in the victim and go and stay in here with us, Dave.
All right.
So the first version where he blocks and then counters is teaching a weight shift, stay on balance. It's a power shot coming in. He may not have had a lot of time to read it. It may have been, if you've seen David's video on not making a 2-inch punch, a 6-foot punch, most people pull it back. You see it coming, the block and go would be an instant success.
Yep,
As soon as you see it cocked, if you can develop that reflex to swing, man, that's deadly, okay? Now you get somebody that's tighter and they're sit, boom, and that power shot comes in fast. He may or may not be able to he should learn both, but he may not have that time. So as soon as he feels that way hit, boom, he fires. Now let's say I cocked it a little bit. As soon as you see it cocked, fire. Let's give the jab and block it. Boom. So you see me load it, boom, he just cancels it out.
Yeah.
Hey, that's devastating. So that's a little Jeet Kune Do there, the way of the intercepting fist. So he sees me coming, he's already shot it and put it off. That's good stuff. So there you see something being added to the Flow series live. So that's a block and go. So he boom, as soon as he sees it, boom, shooting, what do you want to shoot there, the cross or the jab?
Yeah, so I'd come right off it with
Right
the
off
jab.
the jab.
And then these are designed, too, to have follow-up, like you always do. Yep, and then throw 3 punches off it.
Yeah, now we'll put our 3 together.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then catch. We came straight in, so you wouldn't be able to do that. It would be a little harder, right? So if I come around, you can jab it. If I come straight, that's catch. Remember that? Block the right, and then counter. Say same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So any other feedback on that?
No, that's excellent. And, you know, obviously you would use what you were teaching more because, you know, we're always acting like you're fighting a really, really good fighter, right? But that's not always the case, you know. So, but when you see that coming, you know, you got to deal with that shot, right, first. But then if you see it come a little bit, he doesn't know you're doing anything different. Now you're coming with that hand. And, of course, it always needs to be part of a combination. Guys, we've said it over and over. If you can't throw 3 or more, you're going to be in trouble when you go up at a higher level.
So Joe Louis always taught that what separates the best fighters, the trained from the untrained, is the ability to link combinations together. And then about 2 years before he passed away, he personally asked me to create drills, come up with the stuff. And his words were, I don't have time to create all these drills. You do it. So I started, and then he laughed. And then I started doing it. And that's where Flow was originated, in the concept that we need to throw more combinations, and how can we get a fighter to not only throw punches, because when you think, how many fighters do you think when you say the word combination think about also the combinations of footwork patterns and
they're
head
just thinking putting 2 or more moves
just
together.
thinking punches.
Yep.
So we're trying to mix all that together.
And
all right, go ahead.
To add on to that, Alan, one of my fighters recently said he was sparring, and he said he was having a hard time letting them go. And that's normal, right? Everybody ends up being a one-punch person or a one-kick person. And kind of a rule of thumb that old school boxing coaches used to say is, if you want to fight with 3s, throw 6s when you're shadowing it on the back, right? So you almost need to double it, and then so an 8-punch, you'd be a good 4-punch combination fighter, because it really is. It's way easier said than done.
Hey guys, I'm Alan Branch.
I'm David Dyes.
We appreciate you watching the video. Hey, be sure that you like the video, subscribe to our channel for ongoing content, and if you want to go next level, be sure to visit us at fighterscollege.com.
And always remember, keep those elbows in, that chin down, and hands up.
And remember to thank God every day that you have the strength to go one more round. See you next time.